the CAMMUS CP5 pedal. What do we have here? Got some little rubber adhesive mounts. Got a bunch of them. We got some hardware. We got a pedal face and a second pedal face. You can see that it's tapered on this side, and this side it's not. A USB printer type cable. It's pretty nice. Mind Pure. And what we got here, this is a little base plate. Very solid. Got the connection for the USB and to hook it straight to the wheelbase. Very cool. And this is, I'm assuming, where the Hall effect sensors are going to interact with the pedals. And these are the little pedal arms themselves. Pretty stiff. There's a little magnet right there. So they are indeed Hall effect sensors, which is what you want. Yeah. Let's start assembling. A couple of tiny ones with Phillips heads and 4 with Allen heads there. I'm assuming the big boys are for mounting the pedals and the little boys are for mounting the pedal faces. And I am correct. If you wanted to, you could unscrew this whole assembly and then mount these pedals to pretty much anything. But obviously there's holes drilled out so you can actually hard mount it as well. All the threads seem to be perfectly machined. Okay. Very cool. Now obviously you can position these however you like. It's adjustable up or down. If you like a lower pedal or a higher pedal or more or less leverage, you could do that. I don't like that they included Phillips heads here. I know it's a pretty typical machine screw, but I would have preferred to see some Allens. But you know, more people do have Phillips than Allens, I would think, so maybe it's a smart decision. Needless to say, these pedals are geared towards entry level. These are also made for travel use. If you travel a lot and you don't, maybe you have a rig at home and you don't want to, pack your stuff up every time, you go to Atlanta, Georgia for whatever reason. You can buy a set of these and then you got something to continue racing with your buddies or to, just pass some time if you're in the hotel. So let's plop some of these on here. These are the rubber pads that came with it. See if we get a little bit more grip on this smooth surface before we actually use these pedals for a game. Okay, some pretty strong adhesive. Industrial. Oh, wow. That ain't going, it moves the whole table. That ain't going nowhere. Let's see how they feel under the foot. Okay. The dogs! Quite a bit of resistance there. Just enough to where you can modulate without doing too much. There's no like cushion or whatever for the brakes, so there's no actual like progressive feel. It's 100% linear, but it's enough to where you could have a good time here and still have control of the car. Like I can put in real fine movement here. Let's see how much travel there is based on this visual. Probably like 1.5 inches, 2 inches of travel, something like that. They actually feel better than I expected them to, based on me compressing the spring with my hand. So it actually feels like just enough resistance to the foot. So let's go ahead and hook these beasts up. And just like that, welcome to the new rig. There it is. Let's turn her on, check her out. We don't have anything plugged in just yet, but that's it. You can mount this to any thickness table pretty much. And yeah, everything feels very premium. In terms of the wheelbase itself, I could see this being a one-time purchase. Like this would be perfectly acceptable for however many years you choose to run it. It's powerful enough, it has plenty of features, and yeah, but the pedals are definitely 100% geared towards someone just getting into this, but they are perfectly functional. They work with no software. I didn't use any CAMMUS, anything. I just plugged it in, and it automatically recognized it by the game. The force feedback works fine. Like I didn't have to adjust anything. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing special you had to do. It just works. The very definition of plug and play. Yeah, you do have paddle shifters here as well, so you don't even need to buy a shifter. Tons of wheel rotation available. This is a direct drive wheelbase, so if you're into trucking sims, stuff like that, 2,000 or 3,000 degrees of rotation. That's like 6.5 or 7 full rotations. No matter what, you're gonna have a better experience with this setup than you would a controller. You're doing like esports or something like that, and you need some extra control to do well in your competitions. This would be an awesome first step. And if you're not like the type of person that needs to switch out, wheel rims a lot, this is a good shape for, you know, general purpose driving. You can drive any car with this and do well. $300 for a wheel and wheelbase with 28 buttons, 2 pedals, Hall effect sensors. You don't need to worry about potentiometers wearing out with these things. It's a direct drive wheelbase. You don't need to worry about gears or belts breaking or stripping or whatever. Highly recommend this setup. Have a good day. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.